are a lot of skeptics out there who would try and convince you that the New Testament books are unreliable. Either they've been changed over time, are mythical fairy tales, or even worse, they're completely fabricated. In this series, I'm presenting 8 lines of evidence, each starting with the letter E for memory, which provide a compelling case that the New Testament is an accurate and reliable account of the events of the early and mid-1st century. How do we know that they're accurate and reliable? Well, firstly, because the New Testament is a record of eyewitness accounts. In the book of Acts alone, Luke lists 80 eyewitnesses to the events he describes. John lists 59 in his book. So in just 2 books, we've got almost 140 people who are recorded as eyewitnesses to the events described. That really is significant when we consider that eyewitness testimony is considered the strongest testimony in courts of law. The authors make no bones about their writing being first-hand eyewitness testimony. John opens his book in 1 John with this: "We want to tell you about the Word that gives life, the one who existed before the world began. This is the one we have heard and have seen with our own eyes. We saw what he did, and our hands touched him." Peter opens similarly. "We're not telling clever stories that someone has made up, but with our own eyes we saw his true greatness," 2 Peter 1:16. We find the same thing with Luke when he speaks of his sources being from, quote, "those who from the beginning were eyewitnesses" in Luke chapter 1, verse 2. So the New Testament provides not just eyewitness testimony of one person, but several people, with dozens of references made to others who have witnessed the events of Jesus' life and miracles. Eyewitnesses testifying in courts of law are vetted and assessed by their ability to tell the truth. They're in the right place, which of course the New Testament authors were, at the right time, and also with the right character qualifications. Which brings me to the second E of the day of evidence. These witnesses of the New Testament were ethical. It was honest testimony from men of integrity and character. When a witness is cross-examined in a court, the opposing side will try to defame the character of the witness. We find no such possibility with the New Testament writers, who were beyond reproach. We've got to look at the motives of the writers. If they were salesmen trying to sell something, we could question their motives. But they were not. They were not after wealth. They were not after fame or glory. Listen to how the Apostle Paul describes fellow apostles. He says, "It seems to me that God has put us apostles in the worst possible place. We are like prisoners on their way to death. Angels and the people of this world just laugh at us. Because of Christ, we are thought of as fools. We are weak and hated. Even today, we go hungry and thirsty and don't have anything to wear except rags. We are mistreated and don't have a place to live. We work hard with our own hands, and when people abuse us, we wish them well. When we suffer, we are patient. When someone curses us, we answer with kind words. Until now, we are thought of as nothing more than the trash and garbage of this world." I would hate to cross-examine those guys trying to discredit their character and testimony. In fact, John and Paul made lists of sins which would prevent entrance to the kingdom of God, including lying. John wrote in Revelation that the lake of fire would await all liars. No, their motives were to honestly declare what they'd witnessed, and do so in a manner which would please and glorify God. So the New Testament documents can be relied on as accurate accounts. We've established that they're 1, eyewitnesses, first-hand accounts, and 2, they were ethically motivated, written by men who had high standards and no ulterior motives. Check out my other videos for even more evidence for the reliability of the New Testament. I'm Todd Funk for Thinking Matters. If you've enjoyed this video, please support us so we can make more just like it. Visit support.thinkingmatters.org.nz, and while you're there, check out the other resources and upcoming events.